Okay, let's check out our whiteboard. The keys for the Broncos to win and not be in Doom City like Henry thinks they will be.
No,
Wow, look at this updated whiteboard. We got a little
cool.
circle.
I still think they're going 7-1 down the stretch. I just think that's a bad plan.
Well, then let's have it so they don't have to go 7-1. If the Broncos are going to beat the Bills, here are the keys. Lucky 21. I like to find magic numbers, and this is a magic number in this game. If the Broncos get to 21 points, they'll win. That's what the Buffalo Bills have showed this season. They're 5-4 right now, and all of the 4 losses the Bills have had, the other team has scored 22 points or more. So you get to over 21 points, you're going to beat the Bills. In their losses, they've allowed 25 points per game, an average of 25 points per game. In their 5 wins, the Bills have allowed their opponents an average of 12 points per game. So their defense is dominant in their wins. 12 points a game, that is insane. But in their losses, they're giving up over double that, 25 points per game. So it shouldn't be that difficult of an ask to score 22 points on a Bills defense that certainly has talent, but is also missing a lot of guys and hasn't really found their gel yet.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit the next whiteboard topic here. You hear? We've got overpower them.
Yeah, all about the power running game. That's what I see, because honestly, there's a bunch of reasons. The Bills' defense isn't as good this year. I think that's been pretty clear, and honestly, not that surprising, I don't think, because they lose 2 really important pieces. And Matt Milano, who's injured, and Tremaine Edmonds, who left. Those are 2 of the best linebackers in the league, and that's what enabled them to use their nickel defense more than any other defense in the NFL last year. And for the last couple years, they've kind of trended this way. Just almost every play, it's like 95% of the time, regardless of what the offense is running, they were able to put 2 linebackers out there and play a safety in the nickel and occasionally switch it out to a corner when they want to go lighter. And because those 2 linebackers cover up so much, they didn't have to worry about the running game. Now that they lose both those 2 guys, and instead they have an undrafted rookie and
What's wrong with undrafted guys, Henry?
no, I mean he's
You're
pretty
looking
good.
at you're looking at
They
Tom
have a-
like he's
they have a
like he's
rookie.
scared.
They have a rookie. They have a
And
rookie.
Rose.
They have a rookie. But neither of these 2 guys are established in any sort of way. I think one's like 225 pounds. The other's like 230, 235. Like, they're really light and they can move. And that's why you just got to get downhill, make them make some reads, and you should be able to run all over them. And that's what other teams have done. I think they're what, like 30th in yards per attempt allowed?
Yeah.
I didn't pull it up quick enough, but I think that's right. That, to me, should just be the entire offense strategy. Just go heavy, run them over. You're bigger than them, and those linebackers will get confused.
And the closer we get to this game, I told Todd before this, the more scared I am of Von Miller destroying this game. If you run the ball 40 times and you only have Russell Wilson drop back 19 times, not only does that give Von fewer chances, but it also makes Von not be able to 100% focus on his get off,
Yep.
because before most snaps, he's got to think, okay, can I actually get fully upfield and take my full explosion off the line, or do I have to see if there's a run coming at me first?
Yeah, he can't be as aggressive. It definitely slows those outside guys down. I mean, you either run at him, like with pullers, in like the power game, or you want to be able just to slow him down with quick passes. So you don't want him to be aggressive. You want to try to slow him down as much as you can. So if we were able to run the ball, like you're saying, and then pass off of that, we'll be able to kind of trick him into be waiting for the run when we're about to pass.
Yep. Exactly. All right, next
I
key.
should say, Tyrell Dodson, not undrafted rookie, undrafted a few years ago, but has barely played in his career.
There you go. All right, next whiteboard key. Pick 6?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a game where the defense needs to score. I think the Bills have the ability, I don't know if they'll come with it or not, but they have the ability to score pretty quickly and move the ball downfield. So I think we're going to need to score on defense, and I think I need one of our big-time DBs, Pat Surtain, Justin Simmons, to step up. And we need a pick 6. We need at least 6 points on the defense to make this a very winnable game for the Broncos.
I love that. Did you mean ability? Was that intentional?
No.
Oh, God. Zach.
I like it,
It
though.
just
I like
reminds
it,
me,
though.
when we were in
Oh,
Chicago,
no.
Henry, how much did they use bear
Oh my god, it was unbearable.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's
it was
exactly
everything.
what they did.
What were they? They were putting
It was unbelievable.
There you go. I bet the Bills used that. What an unbelievable touchdown.
There was like they had the whole video before. It's like, don't embarrass other Bears fans. Be not, like it was in everything they did. They just try to fit a bear in there. Ugh.
So, Josh Allen has been great this year in every single way except for one, and that's turnovers.
Yep.
Henry, you brought up Russell Wilson's turnovers. You said, well, fumbles. You said, well, Russell Wilson's had his fumbling issues. So is Josh Allen.
Yep.
And in fact, Russell Wilson has fumbled 5 times. Now, not all of them have been lost, but 5 fumbles, 4 interceptions. So that's a total of 9. Josh Allen has 9 interceptions on his own, and then plus 3 fumbles. So Josh Allen turns the ball over more than Russell Wilson, and that's the only weak point in his game. Josh Allen's incredible. We all know the talent there, and he actually has had a much better season than I really thought. But it's just a turnover, so you're spot on. Todd, take advantage of it. When he throws it up, when he puts it on the ground, you got to take advantage of it.
Got to. That's a must. Pick 6, baby.
Yep, I love it. All right, next one here. So, Small Game Gabriel. You guys know Pro Football Reference? How they have some bizarre nicknames next to people's names. Actually, Henry, can you look if Todd has a nickname according to Pro Football Reference? But according to Pro Football Reference, I don't know if this is real or not, Gabe Davis's nickname is Big Game Gabe. It's probably from that AFC Championship game where he had like 4 touchdowns a couple of years ago. That was the one where they scored just a little too early and the Chiefs drove the ball down with 12 seconds left to win. But make him Small Game Gabriel in this game because looking at how the Bills operate, Stefon Diggs is going to get his.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he has a big game or he's always going to have a good game. But it doesn't matter if Stefon has 100 yards or not. That doesn't impact whether the Bills win or not. Josh Allen doesn't want Stefon Diggs to be upset. So in wins or losses, he's going to feed him the ball.
Yeah.
And Stefon Diggs is going to get his. But when it comes to Gabe Davis, he's kind of the difference in if the Bills win or lose. In the 5 wins that the Bills have, Gabe Davis averages 4.5 catches, 60 yards, and has 4 total touchdowns in those 5 wins. In the losses, he averages half the catches, literally exactly half, 2.25 catches, 34 receiving yards, and he has 1 touchdown. So if the Broncos allow Josh Allen to have success with many different guys, that's when it gets dangerous. Just make it the Stefon Diggs show, and don't be afraid of that. I think Stefon Diggs' best statistical game this year, the Bills lost. So there's no correlation there, but there is a correlation with winning and losing with how Gabe Davis does. So Fabian Moreau, have a game
Big
here.
game, yep.
Todd does not have a nickname.
Damn.
Put one in there.
Okay, we could probably update that because as long as anybody says it just like once, it'll get in there.
Yeah.
So like Peyton Manning has the Sheriff, the Caveman, or Paydirt, which
What is the caveman? Like,
The caveman.
obviously, the Sheriff, yes. We
all
heard
know
that.
the Sheriff.
Do you know of the caveman?
He kind of looks like a caveman. No, that's probably where it comes from.
Probably.
I was looking at a lot of Broncos this morning, and none of them have nicknames. We need to change that. We need to
Wow.
come up with some nicknames for guys. Okay, next whiteboard for this game is beat Vaughn.
Yeah, you got to have an edge rusher go out there and beat Vaughn. If Vaughn gets 1 sack, you need Nick Bonito or Baron Browning or somebody to have 2. If Vaughn gets 2, you need one of them to have 3. Like, I think that the Broncos need to have the best edge rusher in this game. Because, I mean, it's like obviously twofold. That means you're not letting Vaughn kill you, and you're also getting after Josh Allen. So that's my final key is you need to have one of your edge rushers have more sacks than Vaughn does.
Okay, really quick, who would that be?
Has to be Baron Browning.
I think so.
He's the best pass rusher we have.
He is.
I totally agree. And actually, it was Zach Allen last week who said some people say Baron Browning is Von Miller-esque, and he is. Now, that's like putting a ridiculous amount of expectation on him. But how about this? In the 2 games Baron Browning's been back, this is coming from Anthony Cover 1 on Twitter. Baron Browning is second in pass rush productivity in the entire NFL. He has 10 pressures, 2 sacks, 2 quarterback hits, 6 hurries, and is 18th out of 200 in qualifying defenders and pressure percentage at 23.1%. So it's like, okay, that's a little crazy to call him Vaughn. And the small sample size that he has, he's great. So
Yeah.
can he do it? Can he do it for just more than a smaller sample size? That's going to be what determines if Baron Browning is an elite pass rusher in the NFL or if he's a guy that just doesn't have that consistency.
Yeah, he's. I think he has a little bit of Von swag to him. I think the celebrations, the way he's able to, get around the edge.
Yeah.
He has big quads.
Yeah.
They both, you know what I'm saying? No, not too many. But, he is a little Von Miller-esque in his approach to the game. So
And he was working with Von's current trainer, old trainer. I'm not sure. The guy who does all the beach workouts.
Sir?
Yeah. He was working with him this offseason
He tried to
too.
kill me.
Really?
He tried to kill me. I think I went a couple of times. I'm like, look, I can't, This is different. It's like Green Beret training. It's different.
Those workouts just looked insane. Like, Von Miller doesn't even have nicknames on Pro Football Reference. That's insane.
The Vonster.
Or Quadzilla because
That's
of
right.
the quads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vonster's the one that I remember.
Who
That's a
called
good
him Monster?
I don't know.
That was like around. I mean,
Oh, it's just
Reddit,
yeah.
like Twitter, that sort of stuff. Yeah. I mean, people on the internet. That's the only people I talk to. I wasn't talking to Bronco fans up in Montana. That's for sure.
All right, let's get to our final key for the Broncos to win. Where's Diggs?
Yeah, so this is twofold. I think that, we have to know where Stefon Diggs is. He's our best wide receiver, one of the best in the NFL, so we have to be able to locate him and really have Pat travel him. I think that's the game plan we should have because if any other corner is on Stefon, they're going to throw the ball to him. But then also, I would love for this game for people to be like, where's Stefon Diggs? Like, where was he? Was he playing? Was he in the game? Because we did such a good job locking him up. And you say you don't want Josh Allen doesn't want Stefon to be upset. I want him to be upset.
Yeah.
I want him to be yelling at Josh on the sidelines, like, give me the ball. Why can't you find a way to give me the ball? I want that, conflict on their team. So we have to eliminate Stefon Diggs.
I love that.
I love that too. And Stefon has shown that he's not afraid to get a little upset publicly and show that. Receivers typically are ones to show that a little more on sidelines.
Okay,
I would imagine, tell me if I'm wrong, Todd, but I would imagine that during a primetime game, if you have that personality already, you want the ball even more during
for sure.
primetime games. So if you're not getting it, you probably get that much more upset if you're not getting it.
Yeah, that's when you throw your helmet at the kicking nets and kicking stuff around. Yeah, he's going to be hot once he gets locked down.